Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, boxing and MMA fans from around the world. Introducing from Bassett, California, the third man in the ring, Popeye Ray.
Hey, welcome to Third Man in the Ring. I'm your host, Popeye Ray. So today, because of the Latino Heritage Month, who better than to interview an owner, a co-owner of the best tacos, the fish tacos, in my opinion, in Southern California. In 2022, they were rated number 2 in Southern California, and that's only because I forgot to vote. I was too busy eating at Taco Nazo. The fish tacos in Taco Nazo in Bassett, I know Jesse would like to say La Puente, but in Bassett, the original is in Bassett, California, right there on Valley Boulevard, off the 605 and the 10. But today we're gonna hear about Jesse, major boxing fan, major MMA fan, goes to all the fights. But you know what? He's still young. He could have sold the company. He could have sold his part of the company when his mom and dad went home to be with the Lord. But you know what? He chose to keep fighting on through the pandemic, guys. And I just want you to give a warm welcome to my friend, your friend, Jesse Romero. Jesse,
yes, sir, man.
Come on in, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, homie. Sit down, man.
Thank you,
man. Sit down, bro.
Thanks for having me on the pod, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Big fan of you, big fan of boxing, man. Appreciate you.
Keep going, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. Jess, if you have to say anything direct to the fans, just check out the camera.
Awesome.
But when I first met Jess, I'm telling you guys, I felt like I met one of the disciples. I mean, mind you, in my heavy days, I was if I wasn't at Chris's Burgers doing specials, I was at Taco Nazo on Valley, putting away 3 fish tacos and three shrimp tacos.
And horchata.
That's right. And my wife, when she was pregnant of our second son, we'd drive all the way to Rialto to get fish tacos. But hey, Jess,
man.
Putting that all aside, we know you're the co-owner, brother.
Yeah.
We know that, you know, again, I try to do positive testimonies, and let's just start how you grew up. Where'd you grow up at?
So I grew up in, when I was born, family lived in La Puente. And then at the age of 1, moved to Hacienda Heights, California. So I'm the youngest of 5. Grew up, the baby of the family.
And real quick, Jess, how tall are you, bro?
I'm 6'5".
Now you know why I didn't attack him, when I was getting overweight with all the fish tacos.
It's all the fish tacos.
But you look good, bro. You carry it well, homie.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so youngest of 5, upbringing was, it was cool, man. Different, growing up, mom and dad worked, long hours and kind of just had to figure it out. And as I got older, I realized that, they paved the way to be able to live the life I live today. And credit to them, man. Credit to them, just putting in the hard work. And I think at times I was a little
rebellious to say.
I was just, it was tough at times because, you just got to figure it out. But now that I look back, I guess, growing up playing sports, you look up to the fans, parents aren't there. But then you realize, they paved the way for us to be able to experience that with our kids.
That's right.
And our family. So, they sacrifice, and it's something special, man. Yes.
And brothers and sisters?
Yeah, so I'm the youngest of 5. My brother and my sister are owners of the business as well.
So there's three
of us running the business, and it's beautiful, man. It's a family-owned business, and I enjoy what I do.
What sports did you play when you were?
So I played baseball, basketball, and football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why didn't you get into boxing? I mean, you're such a major boxing fan.
Actually, I did. We did boxing. My dad would take me down to the little boxing gym right there in Baldwin Park.
Oh yeah.
The one off of
Romero? Yes.
Yeah. So,
Sierra Vista. Yeah. Morgan Park. Morgan Park. Yeah.
So was there for a little bit, and then just didn't. I wish he would have. He'd take me for a week. And then we'd stop going, so just stopped going to. But as I got older, in my early 20s, shout out to my boy Javier, who's next Boxing Academy. Had Leo Santa Cruz fought out of there, so I'd go in there, hit the bags, a little sparring, So I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, are they still there off of Valley?
Actually, he moved. He actually sold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So growing up, 1978 comes around. How old were you then?
So I wasn't born. I was born in '85.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right.
So mom and dad started the business. Migrated from Baja California. So in the '70s, and mom and dad. Mom worked at a factory. Dad worked at selling cars, and then on their second job, they had a lunch truck. And my dad had the great idea of bringing the fish taco to California. And at
Thank
the time,
you, Jesus, bro.
At the time, fish tacos in California didn't really exist, man. So he would have to like hand them out, you know.
And not to blow smoke. I'm not just saying that. First time I ever ate a fish taco was Taco Nazo.
Yeah. So he would. So people would come to the truck at the time, and they'd be like, taco de asada, that pastora, tell me like lengua, cabeza. And he said, I'm gonna give you a fish taco to try out. And they're like, fish tacos, you know, fish doesn't belong in tacos. And so he'd hand them out. And then he would make tacos, and then he would go to like the violent swap meet and hand them out. And just hand out tacos and introduce people to what the fish taco was. Because in California, it didn't exist. And so, it just went hand in hand.
It never really crossed my mind, bro.
And then so now you go to like burger joints.
Yeah.
You go to Tom's or or you go to any restaurant. More than likely they're gonna sell fish tacos.
And again, not to blow smoke. There's good fish tacos some other places, but you just can't beat the taste. And you know what? I'm gonna go that little extra mile. I'm gonna try to ask you for the secret stuff, but you probably have to kill me if you gave it to me. Can't tell me, man. Can't tell me.
It's the little things, man. Well, I mean, we can touch on those things later. Yeah.
So 1978 comes along. You were born when?
85. So 85? I was born when. So my mom ended up. So the original Taco Nazo is Orange Julius. Used to be an Orange Julius right off of the 605 in Valley, and my mom seen she was coming down from a route from the lunch truck and seen that it was for lease, and at the time she didn't have money, so she inquired she wanted to lease it, and the guy said, you know what, told her the amount, and she's like, I'll come back in 2 days and I'll get it. Not knowing where she was gonna get the money from, she ended up selling my dad's truck, which he wasn't too happy about it, but I think now that you look back,
looking back, it was a great move,
it was the right move, and so we got in, and after that, it was just, you know.
How do they say the rest is history?
Yeah, the rest is history, and you know, it was just, I don't know if mom and dad can, you know, be with us today. I don't know if they would see the way it's become, you know, how successful and how blessed we are. For them, it was just out of necessity. It was for, you know, to put
just
food,
to make, just to feed you guys,
to feed us, and to just, and the beauty of what they've been able to do just from a dream, and just to have a goal and have a vision, and to create to what it is today is something special, you know.
So, you know, may mom and dad rest in peace. But how old were you when mom passed? Mom was the last one to pass.
Mom passed in 2021. So I was 36, maybe 36, 37, 35.
So let me just throw it out there, Jess. Why didn't you say, you know what? Let me just make some bank, sell it, and move on, party, hardy.
I don't think that's
it's just not in your character. You weren't raised like that.
Mom sacrificed her whole life to give us what we have, and we have something special, man. And for us, it's I don't think it's ever crossed our mind. We just want to.
That's awesome, bro.
With my family, we enjoy working with each other, and we want to make it grow. You know, like the hard part's done, man. Like the vision and growing the business. Now it's the fun part. It's how do we grow this? How do we make it better? We always talk about the 3 qualities we focus on. It's quality of the food, making sure the prep's done the day of.
On top of it.
Number 1, produce. The way we make the food is priority. Second is experience. You know, you come in to eat. I want to make sure we get the food out quick.
And real quick, guys, you go to the one on Valley, you'll see Jesse out there serving.
Yeah.
That says a lot. And again, I'm not blowing smoke, bro. That says a lot about your character, bro. A lot of guys, owners, you know what? Sit back, do this, do that. He's out there bringing out a plate.
Cleaning tables.
You know what I mean? Cleaning tables. Bringing out my little yellow chilas that I've been asking like 4 or 5 extra ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So it's the experience of our guest, which is very important. You know, if Ray's having dinner with his family, I want to walk. I would say, hey, do you need a refill on your chata? Do you need chilahueros? Do you need salsa? Is that experience? And then, most important, I think it all comes together is the culture of the staff that we have, right? It's having that great culture, because there's no restaurants you can go to that has bad culture and great service. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, it has,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like a marriage, almost,
absolutely.
pretty much, yeah.
So you have to enjoy what you do and creating that culture in our staff.
And I'm not too financially smart, but obviously things are good, because I seen you offer your employees 401k.
Yeah, 401k, retirement, insurance. I think it's important to give back to our team, and man, I have the best team. I'm blessed to have the team that I have, and without them, Taco Nazo does not exist.
And you know what, guys? I won't mention names, but you know I was a union organizer, and I went to a Mexican market, and I'm not going to say their name only just because I don't want to hear it. We went in there, and they were treated like crap.
Yeah.
So when I went to Taco Nazo and I seen the way the employees got a smile, and they come out smiling, I seen the 401k, and I said, wow, I got to interview Jesse. You know what I mean? It just says a lot. You know, it's not about greed all the time. It's about going to work and being happy, keeping your employees happy, and that just, it's like a perfect marriage, bro.
And I believe that you do those three things, success is just a byproduct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a byproduct, but I think that's instilled from my mom. I think my mom was a very caring woman. She was.
You had a good relationship with mom?
Yeah, absolutely, man. She was the rock of our family, and there's nothing. For those that know my mom, she was something special, man, for sure.
And how was your relationship with Dad, if you don't mind me asking?
Dad was cool. He was.
Was he the typical Mexicano? Put it down if he had to?
Yeah. He was something else, man. My dad was a character. He was the visionary, and my mom was the one that carried that vision out. So, but my dad was interesting. And then he had something special, and then he wanted to go create something else, and it was kind of, the dynamic was interesting, but he was definitely the visionary of what Taco Nazo was.
Wow. So now you graduate from high school, so when did you actually just say, you know what, I'm stepping up? Or did you know that was going to be your future the whole time?
Yeah, so for me was, as if you asked me at 17, 16 years old, I was thinking like play football, right? That's was something I wanted to do. But as I got older, seeing mom work, my end goal was to make sure mom never had to work again. And luckily, praise God and the opportunity that I had, that mom never had to step foot into the restaurant after I was 18.
That's awesome.
She was, you know, and the help of my sister, my brother, and what we've been able to create. But yeah, that's always been my dream. I think the success to life is take care of mom. I think take care of mom.
And you see at the Taco Nazo, there's a photo of mom and dad there.
Absolutely.
They always, you know, that's awesome.
Always representing mom, man. Mom, she's a backbone, and she's a.
You miss her, huh?
Yeah, every day.
I don't have a relationship with my parents, but that's the way I want my boys to talk about me. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
That's awesome.
Adrian's a great kid, man. I'm sure he looks up to you.
The youngest of 7. Yeah. But okay, so we're moving on. You're getting into business. Yeah. So be honest with the fans. You know, like I know you are. What are the downsides? What are the rough days? What does that bring?
It's just the rough days. I would say like COVID. I think COVID.
That's true.
If it taught us anything, is tomorrow's never promised. You know, and just. But it also, I feel like with bad situations or bad, you know, whether things don't go your way, there's always an opportunity there, and I think we can learn from it. Yeah, we can learn from it. So I think COVID taught us how to adjust, how to make moves.
Yeah.
How to.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Is that when the drive-through came about?
Yeah. So the drive-through. That
was an awesome idea, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I remember on a call with my siblings, and like, yo, what are we gonna do, man? Are we gonna open? Are we gonna close? It was in the very early stages, and it was. So we all decided, and we just started making moves on how we're gonna make sure our staff is safe. Yeah. And I think the most important part is during that time, if I'm telling my staff to be there, I better be there as well.
Yeah,
you know?
And I seen you there, bro.
Yeah. So it's
I just cut a hole through my mask. And I ate my
there you go. And and the online, the third party, the you know, really focusing on the online segment of it, of the, you know, going through our website. Yeah. You know, the third party, the Grubhub, Postmate, Grubhub.
Can I ask you something personal? Were you on the verge of?
No, I quit. There's no quit in us, man. I think there was never a.
How about the other one? How many Taco Nazos are there?
So we have 5 locations.
5 locations. Tell the fans which.
So we have La Puente, El Monte.
He meant Bassett.
Yeah, Bassett, Bellflower, La Habra, and Walnut. Yeah.
And what happened to Baldwin Park?
So Baldwin Park is that's my aunt's side. So it gets a little tricky, man.
Oh, okay.
So
all right. If you want to talk.
No, it's all good. So mom and dad. So mom's side of the family. So if you're having a fish taco in Southern California, Baja style, more than likely it came from Taco Nazo. So mom's side of the family opened the Senor Bajas, dad's Tacos al Fora, and then from there you can extend branches and branches. The Baldwin Park is an extension of my mom's side of the family.
Oh,
Since it was the second or third restaurant that was open, my mom gave them the permission to keep the El Taco Nazo. So it's still family, and you know we like my dad used to say, el sol sale para todos, the sun comes up for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. They're all doing awesome. They're all blessed, and if you're close by, go eat at Senor Baja, Taco La Fora, or but it's
almost got in a fight there, but yeah, that's another story.
But so Baldwin Park is it's El Taco Nazo, but it's not personally us.
Yeah. All right. So I see your son, man. I see your son. He's good in baseball.
He's a good baseball
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So he's first year at Citrus, man. He looks like he wants to do the business side of it, but I tell him to pursue his passion, man, which is baseball, and hopefully
it could happen, bro.
Hopefully he just keeps on grinding, man. He's a smart kid, great kid. He had got accepted to a couple UC schools, but they're all D1.
I'm sure that makes you proud.
Yeah, absolutely. And so walking into a D1 program is going to be a little tougher. So he's like, yes, I want to play ball. So he's out at Citrus, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's in God's hands. Just keep going.
Put him in that kitchen and start making some fish tacos.
That's right. Come by and toss me a fish taco in. So now you got the business going good. So growing up, let's jump back. Who were you watching as a fight? Who was your boxers that you were checking out all the time?
So in-house was, my dad was always, Cesar Chavez was an idol. Unfortunately, I was a little too young to watch him. So growing up, it was Oscar De La Hoya. And shout out to Oscar, man. He's a #1 Nazo fan. He's been going to Nazo since the 90s, man. So before that time, it's funny, he would pull up. This is before the cell phone era. And I don't know how it happened, but he'd be there 10 minutes and there'd be 100 people outside, waiting for him.
Unfortunately, being Oscar, that's part of his. That's the game. But
so Oscar was
that was my fifth question, but you already threw that one in. Oscar's.
He was dope, man, and kudos to Oscar, man. Fought everybody, dude. From Ike Cortez. Trinidad Mosley didn't duck anybody, man. Vargas was up and coming, and hey, shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, man.
That's right, Oscar's the man. I got nothing but love for him, man.
Yes, sir.
Good dude. He's got his own podcast. I'm trying to get you on, Oscar. But so you're watching Oscar. Who else were you seeing? Fernando was that era as well.
Fernando was that era, and then you go into like the Morales and Barrera, right?
Oh,
those fights were awesome, man. And that's when I first so it was Oscar, and then I started watching those, and then the Pacquiao versus Barrera, right?
Yeah.
Marquez and Morales.
Another great fighter, Marquez. Remember when Marquez knocked out Pacquiao?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. He knocked him out, but it's almost like it really wasn't brought up anymore after that.
That was legendary, dude. It was right before the round
straight
ended.
left hand,
straight, and then just out.
You couldn't do it anymore.
It's one of those fights where I remember exactly where I was at.
Yeah,
that was iconic, man. That was such a great fight.
Henry Ramirez, one of the trainers from Riverside, has a Filipino kid that just turned pro, but he would imitate that knockout perfectly. Yeah. So watching all these fights.
Yeah.
What was your first big fight you attended?
So, because of my buddy, so I got to become good friends with Leo Santa Cruz, and so I got invited to a fight at the MGM, and he was the co-main event, and the main event was Wilder versus Tavern, the first #1, And I got to sit ringside, and it just ruined it for me because the experience of watching a fight ringside, there's nothing like it, man. And you got the best seat in the house, man.
Yeah.
And you get paid to do it, which is
That's right.
which is awesome. But that was my first fight, and I've been hooked ever since, man. So that was another legendary fight that I got to witness. I think the best fight that I've got to witness is the Tyson Fury and Wilder at the Staples Center. I think it was Staples Center. No, number one.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Shout out to Jack, where he didn't stop the fight.
We don't talk about other referees. Jack, that's for you, bro. Jack's my mentor, bro. Jack and Tom are my mentor, bro.
And then, so I always think about that, like, so he hits the canvas. I think it was like the 10th or the 11th round. And his eyes roll back, right? As an official.
And tell me what you think about it, because Jack gets a lot of stuff for that.
Why not? I praise him because
I do too.
It was the right decision, right? So as a ref, what do you see? Or like you see him hit the canvas, right? His eyes roll back. Honestly, I know some refs would just call it.
Honestly, Jess, I probably would have called it. But that's why Jack is best referee in the world.
Shout out to Jack.
He's seen. This is what he told me he's seen. Even though his eyes rolled back, he picked up his leg. Remember, he put it up on it like that?
Yeah.
He goes, he had to have conscious effort to do that.
Yeah.
He goes, so I counted him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you know what? It made the fight that much more exciting.
Because I think after he got up, man, he ended up winning that round. And then he won the second round. I think he realized, like, to be Wilder, he had to pressure.
Yes.
He had to put him on his back foot. And I think had Jack stopped that fight, obviously the whole heavyweight division would have been completely different. Yeah. But I feel like he doesn't learn that. He doesn't realize that's how he beats Wilder. Which is so to be able to witness that ringside was I call it life heroin. Like it was awesome, man. Just to be in that.
It was a great fight.
It was a great fight.
Yeah. So have you gone to any club fights? You should. My biggest advice to any fan: go to a club fight, bro.
Yeah.
Those guys are so hungry. They don't care about money. All they want to do is get to the top, and whoever's in front of them.
Like the ones at Quiet Canyon.
Thompson.
So
Thompson's ain't having it anymore. He passed away, but.
No, I go to those. I go to the ones at the Commerce. I got to see Adrian fight, which was awesome, man, at Quiet Canyon. So yeah, those are always cool, man. Anytime when it's about boxing, man, I enjoy it.
And you're an MMA fan as well, right?
Yeah.
Who do you like off the top of your head on that one? You attended the
Sphere. That was pretty cool, man. To be able to witness the first event, sporting event at the Sphere was a cool experience.
It was supposedly Latino night, right?
Latino night. So they did a great job of representation of the Hispanic.
Dana White, thank you for that.
That was cool, man. Shout out to the UFC.
Dana, come out and have some fish tacos, man.
Yeah, bring them down.
Yeah. So that turned out to be a good night.
It was a great experience, and we usually go to the Canelo fights, and it happened to be the same day. But no disrespect to like Berlanga, but I wasn't too familiar with them. And I just felt like it was going to be a better experience to go to the Sphere and watch the fight. But
and there'll be other fights.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Hopefully, Canelo Benavidez would be a great fight.
I can't speak on it, but what do you think about that?
I think it'd be a great fight.
And why?
I just feel like Benavidez is a young dog, and he's great hand speed, great offensively. But I still think Canelo's at the top. I still think Canelo takes him. But I think it's a fight that everybody wants to watch.
Funny story, not so much a change of subject. I did Canelo's brother's fight in Mexico City. This is like 10 years ago. And he fought an African American. And they were going at it first round. Second round, he drops Canelo's brother. And mind you, Mexico City, bro.
Yeah.
The fans stood up, man. They were like, they wanted to butcher this kid. And I said, oh my God, what's gonna happen here? I gave him the count, Canelo's brother. He got up. I said, Lord, keep me safe at least, The next round he counted, he knocks him out. He knocks out the kid, but thank God, because I just felt the tension in there, you know what I mean?
No,
it was crazy, man, it was crazy. So what do you think of the future of, let me ask you a question about, what do you think of all the belts? They got so many belts now, Jess.
I don't like it, man. So, they're talking about the Saudis, buying the boxing.
Did you get to attend this last one at the stadium?
Yeah.
In Los Angeles?
Yeah, I didn't get to go to that one, but it was a great card.
Yes.
It was a hell of a card.
Stacked, bro.
Yeah. I think that's what boxing needs to do, is have these, UFC does a good job of having these stack cards. I think they're onto something, because usually the boxing culture, like, people are just there for the main event, right? Maybe the co-main event.
Yeah.
And I think UFC does a good job of just having bang, like having great fights. And I think boxing, that card was a great card with Crawford, and then you had Andy Reese in that card.
Andy broke his hand. You see that?
Yeah. Shout out to Andy.
He did that in the third round.
People are talking about he didn't look good. Hey man, he fought. Kudos to Andy, man. Yeah, he fought, and that dude's tough, dude. That dude was tough.
I lie and I tell everybody I sparred him before. It's funny because when I first started my podcast in 2022, Andy said, Ray, I'll come on your podcast. And I was so excited, but I can't interview active fighters. I see. In case there's if I do their fight, referee the fight, it'd be a controversy.
I get it.
Even though I would never sell my career for nothing,
But the Saudis buying boxing would be interesting, because then you'd have one belt for every weight class, and then we'd get to see a lot of the fights that we all want to watch. Question to you: what are your thoughts on?
This is my podcast.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
What are your thoughts on the YouTube fightings, man? Like the YouTube fighters?
Well, I might do one, so I can only say this.
Is it good for the sport?
I got to be careful what I say, but it's entertaining, bro.
Entertainment.
It's entertaining. Like, let me quote Canelo: "You have no reason to be in my league."
Yeah.
I'll leave it there, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do I think he deserves to fight Canelo? Why?
Right.
You're not in my league, bro.
Yeah.
At least move up. Now, McGregor is saying he might fight Crawford. McGregor was a top fighter in MMA, so I think, in my personal thing, why not? Because he's stepping in, he's a top elite.
Right.
But who are the two?
Jake Paul and
Are they top fighters? No, they're not.
No.
But they bring entertainment to the sport, and it looks like he has some decent skills, bro.
Right.
And as far as the Tyson, no, they haven't picked a referee, so I got to be careful with that, because I did the Tyson Roy Jones fight, but you know what? Tyson's kind of old, bro. And I know he still hits, so you don't lose that. You don't lose that, but. They're big boys, brother, you know what I mean? So I don't know, what do you think?
I think entertainment, right? I do think it's good for the sport in a sense where I think these YouTubers are making a lot of money to where it forces fighters to fight. You know what I'm saying? When you're an elite fighter and YouTubers are getting paid millions of dollars, I think it pushes them to make these fights. And I think we got Ryan Garcia versus Tank because of probably that. I think the fights are starting to come along just because there's a lot of money left on the table. I'm not negotiating, and I think it helps the sport in a sense where now it's forcing fighters to make their fights. Because they got YouTubers making millions and millions of dollars.
Big time money, bro. Big time money.
Now you got the elite. Whether it's picking and choosing or. I think it's forcing them to fight, which is a good thing as a fan. And then
to change the subject, going back to the Saudi guy, the rumor was that he wants to buy out Top Rank, Oscar. But I'm thinking, what's poor Oscar gonna do after that? Huh? He might have billions of dollars, but what are you gonna do with yourself, bro?
That's true. That's why I don't stop talking Nazo, man. Because then what am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do after that? You're totally bro. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I mean, think about it. From what I hear, the rumors again, it wasn't about money at that LA big show, that stack car. He actually lost money. He played Eminem. He paid Eminem $1 million just to show up and do 4 songs, which was a great. You know what I mean? Referees got top dollars, which thank you, sir. You know what I mean? Our boss Andy Foster made sure, hey, you got to come where you got to pay our officials. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking, what are the promoters going to do?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Or I'm just thinking, you work for me now. It'll be under the Saudi control, but you work for me now. And sometimes it's like, You know what I mean? Cool. That's a little bit weight off my shoulders, at least. You know what I mean? Because Oscar is the face of boxing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, as well as Top Rank, as well as
PBC.
PBC.
Yeah.
Al Haymon.
Yeah,
Al Haymon, another one.
Yeah.
It's funny. Al Haymon. This is like 5 years ago. I'm sitting at the Toyota Center. There's a man sitting next to me. Yeah. We're over here talking. Me and Tom Taylor talking. It was Al Haymon the whole time. I never even knew, bro. He's very low key, bro.
I still think he has like a flip phone. I don't even think he has like an actual phone. Yeah.
Jitterbug.
So yeah.
So hey, what do you think of the fighters today? Your opinion of the fighters today compared to the fighters of your days, of Chavez Senior?
I think there's a lot of great talent, man.
A lot.
I think one that I'm excited to watch is William Cepeda. I think he's going to be if he can somehow beat Stevenson, Shakur, right? That's what he's fighting. Which I think he can. I think he's going to be the next big thing for Golden Boy, man. I honestly believe he's very aggressive, comes forward, and doesn't get tired.
Cardio's everything, bro.
He's I think boxing it's in a good spot, man.
It is.
It's in a good spot.
It is. Very good spot.
And so I'm excited to watch him. What's this guy? Bam Rodriguez. Another one that's exciting to watch.
That's Robert Garcia's fight, right?
Shout out to Robert Garcia, a great trainer, man.
Has he stopped by yet? I'm gonna tell him to stop by.
He hasn't, man. I should talk to Mikey. I invited him over, so hopefully, hey, Mikey, come out to Nazo.
That's right, man.
Great family, great boxing family, and what Garcia's been able to do with even Rio beating Tank. I mean, not beating Pitbull.
Yeah.
That was impressive, man.
Very impressive.
The fact that he was able to keep his distance, and
I could speak on that because after the fact, it's just like when Douglas fought Tyson, he boxed him.
Yeah, boxed him. Yeah.
Just out, and that's what he did. No disrespect to Pitbull. He still fought a good fight, but he just couldn't deal with that long jab. You know what I mean?
Little uppercut. Kept the distance, and I always wondered, like, because Pitbull's kind of one-dimensional, right? Overhand, right? Just a lot of overhands, but he was dominating. So I just never realized, like, how come no one's been able to like outperform or outbox him?
And let me speak on that just from my days of working out. We tend to. I'm speaking for the raza. Every fighter. We tend to be machismo. You know? If we don't feel that power. I'm gonna get in there with them, man. And that's props to Robert. For telling him no. Stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan.
He said it when he got hurt, and he went back to that corner. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Stick to the plan." And Rio Rayo did an awesome job, man. Good for that.
Yeah, great fight. Great fight. And what do you think of Andy?
Andy Reese?
Yes.
Man, I'm a fan of him, man. First heavyweight champion.
Yes.
If I didn't get into the taco game, it probably would have been me.
That's right.
But
shout out what? That's why I say, how tall are you again, Jeff?
6'5", yeah.
6'5".
Yeah.
Man, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
6'5".
Shout out to no,
because our raza doesn't really grow that big.
No, we don't.
So when you get in the ring, we make a big thing of it. I don't know if you remember Alex Garcia, Jaws from San Fernando, the heavyweight. He was in the 90s. He was like the first Mexican from Southern California. Check him out one day.
Okay.
San Fernando, they called him the Hammer. He went up and he was like the top guy. This is like 91, 92. And they just made a big thing out of him, bro. A big thing out of him. They offered him $1 million to fight George Foreman. And he goes, nah, let me wait one more fight. And pobrecito, he got knocked out the very next fight by a light heavyweight.
Oh, wow.
But because he was Mexican, we just really, we jumped on him, you know what I mean? And when Andy came up, we love him, we still love him, bro.
We still love him, man. I just wish he would prepared a little more for the second Anthony Joshua fight. Because I think had he been well prepared, I think he wins that one as well.
And from what I seen, I actually seen his hand, it was broken. He said he broke it in the third round. So to fight the full 10 rounds with a broken hand, bro, I get an ingrown fingernail, bro, and I want to go to the doctor, bro.
Same here.
You know what I mean? So going back to the business side of it, if a youngster wanted to get a business, what would your best advice be for him?
Just As long as you love what you do, man, passion, and if you focus on the little things, like for us, like I said, the quality, the experience of our guests and our employees, our crew members, I think it's a byproduct of what you're gonna get. So just enjoy what you do, have passion for it, and do it for the right reasons.
That's what I was gonna ask you. So is it always about, I gotta be a big baller, money?
So I think that's just a byproduct. I think when you start thinking about money before the other stuff, the quality, it doesn't, unless you're doing like real estate or whatever it is, then that becomes a numbers game, right? But I think if it's starting a business, something that you're passionate about, you gotta focus on those things, and then the byproduct is
that'll
success.
Come. Yeah, that'll come.
That's not gonna come first. You know, and being patient, man. If we look at it like us, we've been around since 1978. But if you look like at In-N-Out since the 40s, Chick-fil-A since the 40s, it takes time. You know, it takes time to be able to build something special, man. So it's.
Are you guys planning to open more?
Yeah. So we're planning on really growing the business, man. I think we're at a point.
I keep bugging them, and I'm still, and on a serious note, bro, you gotta go out to San Bernardino, bro.
Yeah, we'll be out there, man.
You know what, though? Because you already got a name. They'll flock there, bro. Believe me, I'll be there, right? You know what I mean?
I got you, man.
You know what I mean? But I always make a pit stop when we have a fight in LA, or when I go to Ben Lira's in South Almani. I always got to make a pit stop at Taco Nazo, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you.
So hey, what do you think of we already asked about the belts. Do you think we should all have more? Should we have just one belt?
Yeah, just one belt for weight class. Yeah.
And not because he's Mexican, but to me, WBC is...
That's the main.
That's boxing.
Yeah.
WBC, Suleiman.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to the other belts, but when it seems like all the fighters, what belt do you want? WBC.
Yeah.
I want WBC. You know what I mean? They got WBO and ABF. IBF, those are, if you could get it, get it. But when you have all these other belts, you know, maybe 3 belts I'm thinking, then unify it. You know what I mean? I'm fighting for all 3 belts, you know what I mean? But when you have all you got...
Sometimes there's bouts that I don't even know what they are, man. Like there's like, this dude's a champion 4 fights in. I was like, yo, how did that happen?
Maybe I should give you a belt. Taco Nazo belt?
Yeah, there you go. Give me a belt and then just retire.
So hey, before we get off, I always ask my guests, who's your favorite baseball team? Do you have a baseball team?
Yeah, Dodgers, man.
There you go.
Big Dodger fan since I was a kid, man.
And that's why they're in the playoffs, guys.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Let's take it.
The Dodgers, huh?
Yes, sir.
This is the only one?
Only one, man.
Okay. So if you didn't, and don't say Taco Nazo, but if you were just going out to eat and you weren't gonna eat Mexican food, what other food would you eat?
Probably a good steak or sushi.
Sushi?
Yeah, I like sushi. Yeah,
sushi?
Yeah.
All right. And in music?
I listen to all music, man, but 90s hip hop, R&B. But if I'm like live music, nothing better than like a banda. But you're a little Snoop Dogg too in those days, huh? That's right. But with that said, I gotta get more fish tacos, man. And you gotta go out to Rialto. If anything, go to Rialto, bro. So hey guys, I hope you enjoy this interview. Go out to Taco Nazo, 5 locations real quick. So we got La Puente, Almani, La Habra, Bellflower, and Walnut. Come check us out. And
check us out.
New stores opening up soon.
There you go.
Let's get it.
So we'll see you guys. Make sure you share this, subscribe. Third Man in the Ring. God bless, guys.